The night was quiet, too quiet for a Friday in Cedar Falls. Officer Marcus Reed, a calm, sharp, and respected black officer, rolled through the streets with one hand on the wheel and the radio low. He had been on duty for 10 hours, and all he wanted was one peaceful shift. But trouble always had a way of finding him. At exactly 9:47 p.m., a silver BMW shot past him doing at least 20 over. Marcus hit the lights. The car didn't stop immediately. It kept rolling for a few extra seconds, like the driver was considering whether they should pull over at all. Finally it stopped. Marcus sighed. "Here we go," he muttered. He stepped out, calm, steady, professional. In the driver's seat sat Emily Hart, a well-known white defense lawyer. Expensive suit, perfect hair, breath that smelled like expensive wine. She didn't wait for Marcus to speak. "Let's save us both some time," she snapped. "I'm attorney Emily Hart. I work with the DA. You really wanna deal with the paperwork tonight?" Marcus kept his voice even. "Ma'am, I pulled you over for speeding. License and registration." Emily rolled her eyes so hard it looked like they might fall out. "Do you know who you're talking to?" Marcus didn't blink. "Yep, still need your license." She slapped the documents into his hand. While Marcus ran her information, he noticed something strange, a yellow sticker inside the rear windshield. A sticker that matched one thing, the missing kid alert posted earlier that day, the same sticker from the backpack the kid was carrying. Marcus walked back. "Ma'am, did you pick up someone earlier tonight?" Her eyes twitched, just for a second. "What? Of course not. Why would I?" Marcus leaned slightly toward the back window. The sticker was sticking out from under a blanket. He kept calm. "Mind if I check your trunk?" Emily straightened her back like a snake ready to strike. "No, you may not check my trunk. You have zero probable cause. None. I can sue you for even asking." That's when the radio crackled. "Be advised, missing child's backpack has a bright yellow cartoon sticker on the front." Marcus's heartbeat thumped once, controlled, steady, but alert. He looked at Emily. "I need you to step out of the car." She laughed in disbelief. "Are you serious? Are you really doing this right now?" Marcus didn't flinch. "Step out, ma'am." Emily slammed the door as she got out. "This is harassment. This is abuse of power. I'll have your badge." Marcus ignored her words and walked toward the trunk. Emily shouted behind him, "Don't you dare!" He opened it. Inside the trunk, not a child, not a person, just one item. A small blue backpack with the exact yellow sticker. The missing kid's name stitched on the strap, Liam. Marcus froze for half a second. Then Emily whispered, "It's not what you think." Her voice was shaking now. All that confidence gone. Marcus turned slowly. "Ma'am, you want to explain how a missing kid's backpack ended up in your trunk?" Emily swallowed hard. "Marcus, please listen. I can explain." But she couldn't. Not really, because the guilt was written all over her face. Marcus called for backup. While waiting, he kept his eyes on her, calm but firm. Emily tried again, desperate. "If this gets out, my career is over. Please, I'm begging you." "I didn't hurt anyone. I just made a mistake." Marcus shook his head. "You don't accidentally end up with evidence from a missing child case. Not tonight, not on my shift." Emily stepped closer, lowering her voice. "Marcus, think about what this looks like. A black cop arresting a white lawyer? They'll twist it on you. They always do." Marcus didn't blink. "The truth don't need twisting." Emily's eyes filled with panic, real panic, because deep inside she knew Marcus was right. And she knew she was done. Just then, the backup sirens approached, lighting the night in blue. Emily whispered one last time, "Please don't do this." Marcus replied, "Ma'am, you already did." As officers stepped out of their cars, Emily's entire world began crashing down. But what no one knew, not Marcus, not Emily, not the backup officers, is that the real twist was still coming, and it would hit harder than anyone expected. Backup cars surrounded the scene, blue lights washing over the quiet street. Emily stood frozen, her hands cold, her eyes shaking like she knew this was the end of everything she built. Officer Marcus kept his distance, steady as ever. He wasn't angry. He wasn't impressed. He was just focused. A female officer approached Marcus. "Is that the kid's bag?" Marcus nodded. "Same sticker, same color, same name stitched." Emily swallowed hard. "It's really not what you think," she whispered again, her voice trembling. The officer pulled Marcus aside. "You think she's involved?" "I don't know yet. Marcus said quietly. But something's off. Emily heard that. She stepped forward, almost begging. I found it, okay, on the road. I picked it up because I thought I could help. Marcus raised an eyebrow. Yeah, you helped by throwing a missing kid's evidence in your trunk and lying about it. Emily's shoulders sank. Her voice cracked. I panicked, all right? If the media saw me holding it, they'd twist it. They always do. They'd say I defended the wrong person or hid something. I've been under fire for months. I just didn't want another reason for them to kill my reputation. Marcus stared at her, calm, controlled. You're a lawyer. You know, picking up evidence without reporting it is worse than just leaving it where it was. Emily didn't argue. She just closed her eyes like the truth hurt more than the sirens around them. The female officer called out from the trunk. Marcus, there's something else. Emily's head snapped up. Her face drained. Marcus walked over. Under the backpack, wrapped inside a small bag, was a burner phone, cheap, scratched, still powered on. Emily whispered, No, that's not mine. Marcus grabbed the gloves and lifted it. The last dialed number was still on the screen, a number that matched the suspect they'd been hunting for 2 days. Marcus's jaw tightened. Emily shook her head violently. That's not mine. I swear to God that wasn't in my trunk. I've never seen that phone. Please, someone has set me up. Marcus's voice stayed calm. You want to tell us why a suspect in a kidnapping case called a phone that ended up in your trunk? Emily was shaking now, her perfect lawyer confidence shattered into dust. Someone put that there. Someone planted it. Marcus, I didn't do anything wrong. Marcus watched her closely. This time, he believed the fear in her eyes. But belief wasn't proof. Backup officers cuffed her, gently but firmly. Emily didn't fight it. She just kept whispering. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. They placed her in the back of the patrol car. Marcus closed the door quietly. The female officer looked at him. You buying her story? Marcus exhaled slowly. I'm not buying anything. Not yet. They took the evidence downtown and filed everything. Emily was booked, processed, and locked in a temporary cell. And through it all, she didn't scream, didn't threaten, didn't argue. She just repeated one thing. Somebody set me up. Marcus walked out of the station around 1:15 a.m., exhausted, mentally fried, hungry, ready to call it a night. But as he reached his car, his radio buzzed. Reed, we got something on the phone you submitted. Marcus paused. Go ahead. The phone's GPS pinged near Riverbend. Motel 30 minutes before you pulled the lawyer over. Same area witnesses reported seeing the kid earlier today. Marcus's heart kicked once. And Reed? There's more. Marcus waited. The motel security footage? You're not going to believe this. Marcus leaned against his car. Try me. Emily Hart wasn't the one driving the BMW earlier this evening. Marcus froze. What? Someone else drove her car to the motel. Hood up, face covered, height and build. Matches the kidnapped suspect. Marcus's pulse started to climb. And the suspect, he put something in the trunk before returning the car to her. Neighborhood. Marcus shut his eyes. Emily wasn't lying. She really had been set up. He got back in his cruiser and sped off, calling dispatch. Send me the motel footage, now. Minutes later, the video came through. Marcus played it on the small screen. Tall man in a gray hoodie walked to Emily's BMW. He looked around, opened her trunk, placed the backpack in the phone, closed it, then slipped away into the shadows. Marcus whispered, Damn. Emily really had nothing to do with it. And the worst part? She was sitting in a cell for something she didn't even know happened. Marcus drove back to the station as fast as he legally could. Downstairs, Emily sat on the bench, staring at the floor, her hands shaking slightly. Marcus walked up to the bars. She didn't look up. Emily. Silence. Emily, you were telling the truth. Her head snapped up, eyes wide. What? We found footage. Someone planted the evidence. You didn't do this. Emily's breath caught in her throat. So, I'm free? No, Marcus said softly. Not yet, but we're getting you out, and now, we're going after the person who set you up. Emily stood slowly, gripping the bars, her eyes shining with a mix of relief and fear. Marcus, why would someone do this to me? Marcus stared back, his voice low. Because whoever took that kid, once you blamed, and they're not done yet. Emily swallowed hard. What does that mean? Marcus looked toward the hallway like he could already feel something bigger coming. It means the real fight just started. And somewhere in the distance, his radio beeped again. "Reed, we got another update on the suspect. And you're not gonna like this." Marcus exhaled slowly. "Patch it through." But the message that came next would change everything.